Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Grab your coffee. You're gonna need it. Maybe a snack, I don't know. Something to tide you over. And let's get into it. So listen, I was sent an article and I was told you have to read this. And I said, okay. Now this article was written back in 2016. And I was just like, okay. And it says a lot of things in here that we've been talking about recently. And it's just so weird how it's just all coming to fruition. You know what I mean? And it says, welcome to the year 2030. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. And it says, welcome to my city. Or should I say, our city. I don't own anything. I don't own a car. I don't own a house. I don't own any appliances or any clothes. It might seem odd to you, but it makes perfect sense for us in this city. Everything you considered a product has now become a service. We have access to transportation, accommodation, and food, and all the things we need in our daily lives. One by one, all these things became free. So it ended up not making sense for us to own much. First, communication became digitized and free for everyone. Then, when clean energy became free, things started moving quickly. Transportation dropped dramatically in price. It made no sense for us to own cars anymore because we would call a driverless vehicle or a flying car for longer journeys within minutes. We started transporting ourselves in a much more organized and coordinated way when public transport became easier, quicker, and more convenient than a car. Now, I can hardly believe that we accepted congestion and traffic jams, not to mention air pollution from combustion engines. What were we thinking? Well, sometimes I use my bike when I go to see some of my friends. I enjoy the exercise and the ride. It kind of gets the soul to come along on the journey. Funny how some things never seem to lose their excitement. Walking, biking, cooking, drawing, and growing plants. Well, that's one thing right there. That, we as people of the prepared mind, okay? That's the one thing that we've always been so concerned about, right? Is having our freedom gardens and growing our fruit trees and things like that. But it says growing plants. But this is just an article. So I'm wondering, will we still, under this new order, shall I just say, if we will still be allowed to grow our own plants? But I'll go on. It makes perfect sense and reminds us of how our culture emerged out of a close relationship with nature. In our city, we don't pay rent because someone else is using our free space whenever we do not need it. What? My living room is used for business meetings when I am not here. Excuse me? Wow. Once in a while, I will choose to cook for myself. It is easy. The necessary kitchen equipment is delivered at my door within minutes. Kitchen equipment. So, since transport became free, we stopped having all of those things stuffed into our home. Why keep a pasta maker and a crepe cooker crammed into our cupboards? We can just order them when we need them. Okay. This also made the breakthrough of circular economy easier. When products are turned into services, No one has an interest in things with a short lifespan. Everything is designed for durability, repairability, and recyclability. The materials are flowing more quickly in our economy and can be transformed to new products pretty easily. Environmental problems seem far away since we only use clean energy and clean production methods. The air is clean, the water is clean, and nobody would dare to touch the protected areas of nature because they constitute such value to our well-being. In the cities, we have plenty of green space and plants and trees all over. I still do not understand why in the past we filled all free spots in the city with concrete. Shopping, I can't really remember what that is. Whoa. For most of us, it has been turned into choosing things to use. Sometimes I find this fun. Sometimes I just want the algorithm to do it for me. It knows my taste better than I do by now. When AI and robots took over much of our work, we suddenly had time to eat well, sleep well, and spend time with other people. The concept of rush hour makes no sense anymore, since the work that we do can be done at any time. I don't really know if I would call it work anymore. It is more like thinking time, creation time, development time. For a while, everything was turned into entertainment and people did not want to bother themselves with difficult issues. Life is full of difficult issues. What the hell? It was only at last minute that we found out how to use all these new technologies for better purposes than just killing time. My biggest concern is all the people who did not live in our city, those we lost on the way, those who decided that it became too much, all this technology. Yeah, to be honest, I can't stand technology. Wow. Those who felt obsolete and useless when robots and AI took over big parts of our jobs. Those who got upset in the political system and turned against it. Yeah. They live different kind of lives outside the city. Some have formed little self-supplying communities. Others just stayed in the empty and abandoned houses in small 19th century villages. Once in a while, I get annoyed about the fact that I have no real privacy. Nowhere I can go and not be registered. Yeah. I know that somewhere everything I do, think, and dream of is recorded. I just hope that nobody will use it against me. It's called your social credit score. Of course it's going to be used against you. All in all, it's a good life, much better than the path we were on, where it became so clear that we could not continue with the same model of growth. We had all these terrible things happening: lifestyle diseases, climate change, the refugee crisis, environmental degradation, completely congested cities, water pollution, air pollution, social unrest, and unemployment. We lost way too many people before we realized that we could do things differently. Son of a gun. And it says at the bottom, this blog was written ahead of the WEF annual meeting at the Global Future Councils. Madonna mia. Wow. So what do you guys think about this? I mean, could this be our future in the year 2030? All AI and all, it very well could be. I don't, I can't see it being all like this within the next 7 years, because it's almost 2023. I mean, we're already October, so I think we could be halfway there by that time, but I'm not quite sure. But all of this, it sounds actually extremely disturbing to me. I, that's not the kind of life that I would want to live at all. Don't have appliances in your house, but you can call and order it and have it delivered. So you won't have, they said pasta maker and things like that. So I love my pasta maker. You know what? No toaster, no microwave, no stove, no what? No, what? I mean, this is, this is not, something I would want. I need, I like having my things, at my disposal, things that I use every single day. I don't have to call somebody to say, "Excuse me, can I have my pressure cooker, please? I want to make a roast." You know what I'm saying? It's just not something that I think, uh-uh. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.